what we are going to do is the binding, and I did already the first one for the black. Don't look at the inside, it's horrible, but we are going to make 3 pieces of a hinge, and this is not the same as we are used to. It's just an extra touch. I just cut open each hinge. And why is that? That is because I want the pocket letter going in between, or any page you want to make, so we can glue them in between. That was just my thinking of how to attach a pocket letter. So if we are making the pocket letter, well, I have to cut this shorter, of course, but then we just put these in, put some tape on, and it will stay there. So yeah, I think it's a very easy way to use your pocket letters, your homemade. So what do you think? So let's going to make one together with you for the white one. So put this away, and I will grab my scoreboard. Make some place. Let's grab the white piece of paper. And let's measure this in the right position. So let's see. I want this just a little smaller than the cover. Just a little edge. So cut this off. See if this is the white. Yep, this is perfect. Let's just check. Yeah, it is. See that my blade is not that cutting nice with these, so we'll put a new one. But some papers really cuts nice, and some pieces, like this is really thick white cardstock, so okay, this will do it. Okie dokie. Now what we do, just check, this is the white piece. Yep, this is it. So this is the length of your piece. Now line it up and score at 2 inches. Am I in frame? Yes, I am. At 2 inches. Then score at 2.5, and again at 3. This is the first hinge. Now for the opening, I don't want to use a 1/2 inch, but I want to use 3/8. So now we want to score at 3/8. And at this point I'm just going to count, because now I want another hinge that is each a 1/2 inch. So I'm going to count, and that's for me 1, 2, 3, 4. So I ended up at 3/7/8. And again I am going to count 1, 2, 3, 4. That I'm ending up with 4/3/8. Then again I want a small gusset for 3/8. So I'm counting 3. 1, 2, 3. That's ending up at 4/3/4. Then I just want to make 1 hinge more, so I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4. That ends up at 5/1/4. And do it just one more 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I'm ending up at 5/3/4. There we go. That's it. Now I am going to fold each one. Just going up. We are going to fold them in the right position just in a minute, when we just fold these first all up. That's easier. girl comes back from her exam. She has 2 today, so yeah, doggies, 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 doggies. Shh, quiet. Okay, now we are going to... Hi, girl. So now we... Oh, I will just back in 1 second. Yeah, she needs a little support. Bringing her some nice drink and a nice cookie. And yeah, so she can go on with studying. Okay, where we are. We was bending this binding. And while I have everything bent, now we can form those. So I grab the second one. And this is my first hinge. And then skip the little one. And then grab the second hinge. So we have these 2. And then the last hinge. So now we have this. So I want really that these are very, very tight. So while we have this, as flat as possible, just turn it around and let's seal the back. Now we can seal these first with this one. And then tight and as neat as possible. Okay, now I'll go over the first hinge. So this is going to be sealed. Then the second hinge. And the last hinge. Make sure everything is nice flat. Now I keep going on till I'm at the end. Do the same thing on this side. Oopsie. Hello. It won't do what I want, so don't know what's happening, but I think the block is telling me I don't whip any tape for you any longer. Okay, here we are. Now really make sure your tape is attaching your paper really good. Okay, now this is ready. Just checking with your album where this is going to be. Just put this up, 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 and just checking. Just keep these 2 spaces left equal, as good as you can. And I think this is perfect, so I am just going to make a line. So this is my score line for just a minute. That's better. So line it up here, and then the upper top is perfect too. Yep, it is. just make a line if you want. Then it's perfect. Just turn it. See if you are going to be straight on top here. And that is. Okay, so let's peel off our tape. Now watch that your paper is not flipping to each other. And why I am warning you, well, yes, you can imagine I did that with the black one. I was not being cautious enough and they flip back together. So I have to peel them really off, but then it's really getting not nice. Well, this is not necessary. Just putting some extra glue because we want everything stay put. And I'm going to use the art glitter glue because this glue is just amazing strong and it dries real quick, so that is what I like. Okay. So now we are just going to lay it down on the place we want it, between the marks, and then just begin at one side. And then go close to the hinge, make sure your tape and your glue is going to be attaching really well. And on the other side, this side, and then go all the way to here. Okay, now what we can do is search for your spine where your opening is, and then be gentle with your bone folder. Gentle squeeze your paper in the opening, and when you are, just fold it back in all the way. Just turn it and do the same thing. Gently move your bone folder up and down and gently come up. When you see that your paper is going to be in the opening, just bend it nicely. Okay, and then this will fit perfect. Look how nice and tight this looks. Amazing. Perfect. Yep. Okay, now the last step of the hinge is cutting open these hinges. Now you can do that with a scissor, but I prefer using a knife. So put your knife in the opening and go as straight as you can. Go up, just a little wiggling. Use a sharp knife and then go all the way up. And you open this. And that's it. That's just it. See if I have a better knife. Well, this is not. Do I have a sharper knife? Let's try this one. does not make any difference. I think your paper will be, but it's okay. We just need to open this up and then we can make it nicer. But you also can use a scissor if you like, but I think this is a very easy way to open up these hinges. And that is what I want. I want to open up these hinges. And it just did. So here we go. Really nice 3 openings where we can put anything in what we want. We can put a page in, we can put a pocket letter in, you can put anything in you like. Yep. Okay, really cool. Next step is putting some tape on the inside hinges. So open these up and then go on the top, all the way to the top. Not over, but all the way at the top. It's important that you go all the way to the top so your hinge is not going to be opening on spots you don't want. So just go on top. You don't have to be all the way down, but all the way to the top is more important. So here we go. Yep, here we go. So every hinge have now double-sided tape on. Okay, let's go to the black one. I'm back in 1 second. Perhaps you didn't see it quite well, so perhaps on black it's better to see. But we're just putting tape on the inside hinges. Last one. Here we go. If you see, you are going over it and just cut it down. Yep, that's it guys, our hinge is ready. So now it's time to do the inside, so it will be nicer to look at than this. Okay, back soon. Okay, so now I got finally do the inside, and now it's time to play. The covers are done. The bindings are ready to go, so now comes the fun part. Yay! The inside. Whoops! Stay tuned. Back in 1 second. I think it's lunchtime. So, okay, let's go to the inside, and we can decide if we want 3 pages just with paper, or you're going to decide you want to make 2 pocket letters and 1 page, but either way, I made these, and these are going to be in here like this. So whatever I am going to put on this page, I really have to be sure that I'm not too close to this piece before I put it in. So that is what I'm going to tell you, and my measurements for this one is 17.5. I'm going to show you like this, 17.5 by a small 22, just 1 millimeter less than a 22, and in inches it's 6/7 of an 1/8 inch, and for mine it's 8/4 of an 1/8. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of an 1/8. It's an 8/5 of an 1/8. Okay, but you can measure this your own. You just have to measure from the same length as this one, and then stay away just a little from this one, this side. So that is what I did. So yeah, I just stayed a ½ centimeter away from the fold line, and then measure your length of your binding. So this will fit perfectly in between. That's how I measured. So if you are going to put this in here, then it will be fitting perfectly. I'm going to show you. This is going to be down, and then we have this nice fitting. Just a little off. That's why I figured that out with my measurements. So I will put this just away for a minute, because we are going to play with just the first page. And now it's finally time. It's finally time to grab my dies with me. And first thing I am going to use is this die. And I'm going to use the biggest one. The biggest, and then for the design paper I am going to use the one after the biggest one. So the two biggest, the one I picked out, and yeah, this is a nice size. So the first thing I am going to do is I want white. Well, for the black page I am going to use black, of course, but for now I'm going to use white. Now first thing I am going to make is a hinge. So I'm needing my scoring board and score at a ½ inch. That's step one. Then I'm going to fold this and squeeze it. Okay, then I am going to perfectly see that I have the biggest ones. Don't make that mistake. Cut this paper at a little larger than this one, and then we are going to grab the cutting machine, my big boss, and then I am going to put this away. Now we have the paper, and putting it down like this, and I'm just turning my die like that all the way. But with the folding line I am just moving it around, that I'm just, and you can feel it now, if I'm pushing I can't go further. So my cutting line on one side is off the fold line. This is what I want. The cutting line just want to be out of the fold line. So I line it up. Just having my fold line, my cutting line outside the fold line, and then when it's ready to go, put the clear on and then run it through the machine. Okay, and then it should be cutting out these edges, but not the fold line. So now we have made a hinge. So okay, that was that. That was very easy. Okay, so now we have this, and now I see I have made a left one. I was planning to do a right one, but then I have to turn my paper over. No worry, I still can do this. Just putting this on the left one so we can do this on the other side. It's no worry. Or I can make another one, but no worries, no worries. We still can make it. So let's say we want this at this piece. Nice, even, stay away from the edges. And then we have a nice flip. So what we do is cut this straight. And my video is already editing. Okay, started a new one. It really takes a lot of time. Editing, uploading, but I do that for you guys. Okay, let's continuing with what I was doing. I have put some tape on my hinge now, and I am going to put this on the left side of this page, and was telling that I was willing to do this in the middle. So here is the place I want it. Okay, so then this opens up and we can do lots of nice things. We can make a little pocket on top or on the back. And yeah, let's do the same thing on the black one. And here I made the hinge on the good size, on the right side, so I can move this in the middle on the right spot. Here we go. And then it flips to the right. So it's your decision. Do you want to make it to the right or do you want it to the left? Either way, this is how it turns out for now. So let's see what we are going to do more on this page. Just give me one more second. I have always something in my head, but when I am crafting, just go with the flow and see what happens. Okay, back in 1 second. While I was searching for making a background, I think that I will use the feather ones, and then I decided to make a nice pastel tint for the background. So, and I can make 4 out of one 12 by 12 sheet. So I am just going to cut 4 of these. Back in 1 second. So now I have cut out just the pastel background. I think I want to make a nice pocket out of this paper. So let's see. Oh wait, I still have these cut out. Also nice to use for a pocket. So you don't have to cut a full sheet. That's nice too, but I don't like pink. No, let's put this away. I want these for the pocket. So how wide do we want this to cut out? Not too undeep. Oh, something, yeah, 6. 6 is a nice way. So I am going to cut this at 6, and that's about 2.5 inch. Yeah, 2.5 inch. That's enough. Okay, now I have 2 sets of paper, but I will cut out another one for the other side, so also 2.5 inch. But you have just one if you know what I mean. Just have to do that because I just used 2 sets. Just I have to be fair with myself, telling you only using 1 kit. So let's see. Now we can make a nice hinge. Let's grabbing the small mortar steward. Just make 1 hinge at a half. Fold it. And then see how far you want this to go, and I stay away just a little from the stitched line, and then I mark it, and there is where I want my second hinge. And now you can cut this shorter with your scissor or your cutting machine, whatever you want. And then if it's good, then this will fit perfectly in here as a pocket. Perfect. Okay, so let's do that again, and it's a really shame, but we can keep this. Just make another one for my black piece. I don't know why I'm using this as a full bone folder. Why I'm not using this one? Getting crazy over here, guys. I am so crazy. Line this up and use this bone folder. But I was noticing this is really getting shorter. As long as I am going to use it, it's getting shorter each time. Do you see it? The point is really stump. So I guess I really need a new one. But we'll see if I can find it anytime soon. Okay, so the leftovers I will put away for just a second, and this is the first pocket. Well, let's give it a nice smoochy edge. I always like that. Nice on the corners. I so many times forgot to close my ink pad, and I wonder, and it takes for, I believe, forever when it's really drying out. It's not, I have these for 2 days open and it's still not dry out, so I don't know why, but Distress ink is really nice stuff. Really like Distress ink pads. But I only use 2 colors, and that's the Vintage Photo, that's this one, and the black. That's, I believe, the only 2. Well, I have 2 brown more, darker browns, but mostly I use these 2 colors. So that's just my advice for smooshing your edges. These 2 are enough to have in your stash. Now I can make a little thing in here if I want. Do I want that? Well, yeah. Let's go crazy. Let's make just a little tiny squeezy little insert. There we go. Also want to smooch that. We have all the time of the world, ladies. Yes, we have. Okay, so yeah, let's put the first one on. Using my quickly drying glue. I also can use tape, of course, and then just a slightly small strip of glue all the way to the bottom, and then just place this nice in the middle. See where your stitches are from the die, if you are using the same die. Of course you are. Okay, that's one. just one little strip all the way to the bottom. Here we go. A nice simple pocket on top a tag. And this tag goes, now I'm going to use my simple clear glue because it's a large piece of paper, and then I want to save my art glitter glue. And then just glue it on top. Here we go. That's one. I think I need to open this just a little more. Here we go. And let's put this on top here. It's so simple, but it really is nice. Really like it. So cool. So when this opens up, of course, we are going to put the other side on this side. And then we can, we can make another pocket if you want. And then use the leftovers. Let's see what we are going to do. I think, or a belly band. That's also a possibility. No, I want to make a pocket. I like pockets. Yeah, I want to make another pocket. So, but you have seen how that works. So I will do that in just a minute, and I will be back with you in just a second. Let's see, I did the back, well, the pink with the leftover from the pink and the mint from the leftover from the mint, of course. And I put a hole in, and then I use these stickers. They come already ready with the holes, but you can buy, if you find anything like this, the round white one, then buy them. It's really cool. You can color them as any color you want and make a hole in. Well, these are already with a hole, so I only had to distress them and put them on, but that's just a suggestion that really pops out. But you also can use these, of course. They come with the kit, with this kit, so you can cut out holes if you don't have a tool like this. Okay, so that's what I really want to quickly mention to you guys. The next step is, normally I will do the cards later, but I think, well, yeah, I will do the cards later. So I will put this away for just a minute, and I really do normally the leftover papers using for my tags and cards making. So yeah, let's see what we can do more on this page. I definitely want to make a swing tag that this will stay close. So let's see what I am going to use for that. See if I can use something in my... Oh yeah, you can use the smallest one for this one. Okay, that's a nice idea for you making a swing tab. So I am not using the smallest one because that's really small, but you can. But I am going to use this one. Let's see how that turns out. Let's put this away for a second. And I really like making a swing tab with chipboard first. So I am searching and searching. Where is my leftover chipboard? So let's get back. Okay, that was faster to find. Let's see. Standing up today. Let's grab some chipboard. Let's see if this cuts. Let's do the trick. Let's see. I think it does. Of course it does. If the spiral binders does it, then I bet this one does it too. Let's see. Yeah, it does. Yeah, of course. Yay! Cool. That's awesome. Look at these small ones. Okay, let's make one more. You see, I go through a few times, so I'll be sure that this cuts nice. Okay, so now I have my chipboard ready, and now I decide which color do I want. Still have these leftovers, but I think we can use this, especially so with the stripes. I really like that. Oh. Hello. Stay there. Well, I have a magnet plate and sometimes it does not what I want, but I want a darker stripe. I want this stripe. Yeah. Don't move, don't move. Okay. Here we go. Look at this, so cute. Cute, 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 cute. Awesome. Awesome. Now make one with this one too, of course, also with the stripe. Yeah, cool. There it goes. Here it goes. Okay, now put this away. Put this back, otherwise it's too small to want. Don't want to lose it. Always put it back. Put it back. Okay. Okay. Now clean this mess up. My leftovers, my little leftovers, my little rounds. Okay, now what I'm going to do is smooch this a little. Finishing touch. Always keep in mind the finishing touch is very important. Now glue this on the chipboard. And you will have your homemade swing tab. Amazing. Here we go. Can do just a little on the edges so that the chipboard is also covered with some ink. Okay, yay, really like it. So put the glue back on and now it's all ready, but black for the mint. So we have make this, but first we are going to put something on the back, of course. Well, that is always a tricky one. I could make this, but of course we want something on the back too. So let's decide first what we do on the back and then see where we put the swing tab. Okay. Okay, what I did on the back is on this I made a big belly band using this loving edge die, and when it's in the album I will put this underneath, and then it will look like this. Isn't this amazing? I really like it. So this goes down then, and this is the closure, and we can put lots of nice things in here and in here too. And of course underneath here we will make something nice of course too. So how I do this, let's do this together. So put this away and grab the white one. So step one is I grab a piece of cardstock and I am going to make a fold line. And fold it. And I am going to see where my end is. So I am going to make a little mark, and then I am going to make another score line where the mark is. Okay. And this we can cut a little shorter. And then we have the tunnel ready already. But we are going to cut, of course, with the die. And yep. And my cutting machine is not this wide, so I am going to cut it, I believe, for 15. Yeah, I believe 15. Otherwise it don't fit to my machine. So that is the first thing I am going to do. So if I had a bigger one, then I could use it wider. But for now I am going to cut it so it will fit on my plate. On my plate. Now it will fit. Yep. Okay, so what I am going to do is I made a template, and that's really nice using, so my edge die is going to be straight, and I'm going to use this edge die, and that's CLOT 33, and I hope it's still available in the web shop. I really hope, because it's really my favorite one. But if they don't have it, then there are so much nice edge dies. You can use any edge die you prefer, but I am going to use the 33. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I am putting this on here, and I watch where my middle is. So I am going to eyeball it, and then I'm putting it a little up, keeping it, using a little tape to putting it all together. And then I run it to the machine. So my cutting thing is, my cutting edge is up now. So I see it perfectly clear laying it here. So I don't cut my template, my guiding template. So now we have to put this on the machine, keeping it straight. Don't wiggle it. Now I have my cutting mat on top, and then we push it to the machine. Give it a swing, and then it's ready. So now we can peel off the tape, and that is step one. Okay, so now we are going to cut this piece off, and I'm going to try as straight as possible as I can. Here we go. Now I want to do the other part. So again, grabbing the template, see where the middle is, eyeball it, go all the way to the top, grabbing some tape and seal it so it will stay there. Okay, grab the sandwich. Oh, I see one mistake, which I don't want. If you are cutting, you have a nice side, that's this one, this is the nice side, and you have the B side, the back. And I want the nice side up, so I have to turn this. So I have my tape on the wrong side now. Okay, so I eyeball it again. Peeling it off, just one sec. Hope I am not too far with my head in the way. I need to see. I don't want to waste my time and paper by cutting this not straight. So now I have my sandwich ready to go. I need this in just a minute for the design paper. Okay, and now again we can cut this as straight as possible. Cut this off. Here we go. So now we have the what's the name? The belly band. Yeah, we have the belly band. But I am going to do the design paper first before I glue my belly band on. So let's see, I did use my leftovers from the mint. So now I am going to use the leftovers from this piece because they are perfect. So again, what I'm doing, picking my template, still checking if my tape is still nice lined. Then again I line this up, see where my middle is, eyeball it again. Oh, that's nice. Not with tape. Come here with my tape. Now it's all loose. Oh my gosh. Can we cut out the bloopers? No. We don't want to cut out any bloopers, because that will be not human if you don't make some bloopers. Okay, so getting it on my sandwich and go to the machine. Okay. Here we go. Now I am going to cut this a little teeny tiny little piece higher because I want this to get even with my black. So I am going to cut this later on in a perfect shape. Now do this one last time, and I'm going to do this together with you. Nice and easy. This is a little more time, but it's really loving to do and to see how everything turns out. Okay, putting it in the sandwich. I think I really need a new one, so much I already cut, but it still does the trick. Okay, now put this away. Don't think that we need it anymore, but just in case I leave my template already. Okay, again, cutting just a little higher than I did with the black. And that's because I am going to see where my white is going. So what I am going to do, I lay this on top, and now I really have to make sure that I see perfectly. And when I do, now this is white on white, so I hope you can see just up what I'm doing, but that's why I cut it a little bigger than the white one. I was saying the black one, wasn't I? But I meant the white one. The black is already done. So now what I did was cutting it in a perfect shape, so this will have a very perfect shape. Let's do some smooching. Really love this edge dye, it's so delicate. Perfect for this project. Okay, now I'm going to glue this on. Here we go. Oops. So laying it just under the dots, and then we have this perfect match. Okay, let's do this one more time. I am going to put my white on top, the pink one, and then if you see, I really don't know, then you see that my pink is coming underneath, and that is why I cut my pink one a little bigger than my white one, and this is why. So now I can cut the perfect size to fit on the white. Okay, so smooch it. And glue it on. Just wiggle it so you are satisfying on the place you want this to be. Okay, now we are going to put the design paper on. I see. I used this piece for the mint one, but let's see what other papers we are going to get. This is from the pink one, and this is, no, this is from the mint one. So don't, yeah, because here we have the mint colors. So the flowers is going to be there. Well, this is not fitting, but it should be the perfect fit for this piece. Otherwise, I have to use this piece also. What do you think? But I really like the flower. So yeah, we're just going to use the exact same piece. So I am going to measure here, and I also going to measure here. And why I do this is just in case that these two are not that quite straight. So I am going to see, and I see here already that this is not going to be straight. But so that's why I made that mark. And now it is the perfect shape. So that's why I did my double marking, and that's why I do this now already, because now I measure the perfect size. So sometimes we do need some adjustments in making. So now I'm going to fitting, and now I have a perfect edge everywhere. So going to smudge. Sometimes I really like those dramatic edges. Okay, now before we're going to glue this on, grab your page, and first we are going to put this on. Okay, so let's use some nice glue. And I want the pink on. So let's eyeball it where the middle is about. Don't have to be perfect, but okay, then lift this up and do this last piece. Okay, now comes the part with the swing tab. Let's first make a little hole in. Just a little tiny, oh, this is really small. Let's see how I can eyeball this. Oh, that's pretty much in the middle. Okay, so what we are going to do, line your design paper on the right spot. That's here. Keep it steady. And flip your page down and see where about the middle. Well, you can measure a little with this, because this was the middle. So line this up like this, and then just first going to check if this is the right position. So you can put your thing or your pencil and just flip it around. It must not go too far like this, otherwise it won't fit. And I think I just can make just a little to this side. And here I want my little hole where I put my silver bread in. Okay, and now we can, I believe it was, yeah, here. Now we can close this nicely. Okay, so let's grab some glue. And don't put too much glue here on the legs from the bread, because the bread, we want it to move. Okay, so let's put this on nicely. Okay, so this will fit perfectly. Perfect. I really like it. Cool. So let's see what we want for the back. Which color? Which color? We have the salmon, we have the pink, and here comes this blue back. So I think I want some blue. Oh, perhaps this one is better. I think purple, this blue. That's an option. I have plenty of it, so I think I will Yep, made up my mind. The blue one it will be. Okay, put this away, and now we just going to see making this on the right spot. Just laying it with a little edge, and then just cut and cut. It could be just a little, and then okay, so when we are putting this in the album, then just a little tiny, I think this will do better. Oh yeah, this goes way better. So when is it, this page is going to be in the album, then I am going to put this down, this paper down, but for now we'll leave it like this. What do you think? I really like it. I really like the blue. Really, the pink is popping up right now with the salmon. Yeah, nice, 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 nice. Where is my other one? It's hidden. Ah, here it is. So now we have a white one and a black one, and I really like them both. Yep. Really cool. It's amazing how two different papers are totally different, but yeah, I really like them both. So yeah, let's put this away for the evening, and let's get back tomorrow. Yeah, let's do that. Let's skip it for today. So okay, Have a nice night. Till tomorrow. Bye bye.